is Sarah, and today I am going to start a series of Google Classroom 101 tutorial videos. Our first one is Google Classroom, what it is, and just the basics of its layout. So according to an article, Google Classroom, What Works and How, from the Journal of Education and Social Sciences, Google Classroom is meant to help teachers manage student assignments in basically a paperless environment. So Google Classroom allows teachers to spend more time with your students and less time on the actual paperwork aspect when it's used correctly. It is free to student and teacher. It's a friendly web-based platform. In Google Classroom, teachers can create, organize, manage, and distribute assignments. And you can also view work in real time in order to provide feedback in real time as well. And Google Classroom now, not only can you communicate with students, but you can also communicate with your parents, and that's something we'll cover later. So first I want to talk to you about how to get to Google Classroom from Google. So here I am on Google and I'm already signed into my Google. This is actually my personal account versus my school one, but I'm signed into Google, and I go up here and I go to, it's Google Apps, but I call it the waffle, because it kind of looks like a waffle to me. So if you click on the, and if you say waffle, students will pretty much know what you're talking about. If you click on the waffle, sometimes Google Classroom is in here if you use it a lot. If it's not, you can click the More button, and Google Classroom should be right here, or in this area. Now, if it's not, which has happened, I don't know how, but it has happened, you can go to Google, you can search it by going to Google, not Google, I'm going to classroom.google.com and clicking enter, and it will take you to your classes. As you can see here, I have two classes I have already set up, both of which have 0 students, but we will be talking about how to add students here in a little bit. And when you go to create a class, we are actually very lucky in our district in that the administration has already created a class for us for each subject you teach. So you may choose to use one class for each subject area, or you can choose to use one class for all subjects. The good thing is that the students in your class are already pretty much set up in there for you. Now again, you know, the district sometimes makes mistakes, you might have to make some adjustments, but in general, overall, all your students are already in there for you. Now, for some reason, if you want to create a separate class or you don't want to use those and create your own, then you will have to add your students. So when you go to create a class, you go up here to the plus. And this is also where students will join a class, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. And you're going to click Create Class. This, if you're on your school account, most likely won't pop up. I'm not using this at a school with students, so I'm just going to click this, but don't worry about it for right now. You choose your class name. Let's do one for Language Arts. Language Arts. You could type in the section if you're teaching subjects. A section, and actually I might put 2019 so that way I know 2020, so I know what class that is. Subject is Language Arts, and we'll put a room number. Okay, and then once you're done filling this in, you can go ahead and click Create, and it should be creating your classroom. Okay, so now I have my language arts classroom, and actually based on what you title it, sometimes Google will try and select a theme that will fit what your content area is. So let's say you don't like the theme and you want to change your theme. You can hit select theme, and you can choose from themes that Google has. So these are just generalized themes that Google has. You can search by subject. So this is English and history themes. Looks like they've updated their themes. Math and science themes. Art, sports, and other. So I am actually going to change, where'd that purple one go? My theme to this purple one. Select class theme. And now I have this theme. Now let's say you don't like any themes, you want to upload your own photo. You can click right here to upload photo. And you can drag a photo there. You can select a photo from your computer. If you choose to do that, and then you would just hit select class theme there. Okay, we're going to cancel that because I don't mind the theme here. So let's talk about the setup of Google Classroom. So this right here, what we're currently in right now is the stream. The stream houses everything. So if you add an assignment or you add an announcement or anything you add, it goes right here. So you can create and schedule announcements. You can respond to a student post. This also hosts if there's any work due soon. So this is just kind of like the main stream. The tab I really like is the classwork tab. And this tab is where you can add your assignments, announcements, materials, questions, quizzes, and you can organize them based on topics. You can also, which you couldn't do when Google Classroom first came out, you can order the way you want students to see their assignments. Before it was a lot like a Facebook type thing where when you put your assignment in, it would go to the bottom and the newest would be at the top. But here you can arrange it. We're not going to add an assignment right now or anything. We're going to cover that in another video. You also have your Google Calendar and your Class Drive folder. The next tab we have is the People tab. And here you have your teachers and you have your students. Now I currently have no students in my classroom right now, and I just have me as the teacher. Now you can add a co-teacher. So what a co-teacher can do is view all the assignments, and I believe they can post the assignments as well. Now this is a great idea if you share students with another teacher, such as I know in our school we have intervention specialists, so this might be something I would share with intervention specialists. So I would click here to invite a teacher, and I would type in their email or name, and I would invite them. And then then they will be able to view the classroom. Okay. So, it even says right here, teachers can do everything you can except delete the class. So that's awesome. So you guys can both put material in there. When you go to add students, there are several different ways you can do this. With our district, because administration had already added the classes, they've also added all your students. I would be careful, however. I have had in the past where some of my students were not added, and instead other students or incorrect students were added. So I've had to add the students who were not added and delete the incorrect students. So make sure you check all your students are there and make sure that they are your students. So just don't look and be like, oh, I have 19 students. It says 19 students. You actually need to look and make sure they are your kiddos. If you added a new classroom, you will have to add students. So a few different ways you can do this is you can specifically do it. And in the People tab, you can click Invite Students. And you type, just like the teacher, you type in their name and you type in their email. If you didn't want to type in all 20-some students, what you can do is you can do it with a code. So right here is your class code, but it's really small and hard to see. So you can go to back to the stream, and right here is your class code. If you click this button right here, it will display it nice and big. Your students will then go to their Google Classroom. Actually, we'll do this right here. They will go to their Google Classroom, the same way you just did. And they will click Create or Join a Class. And when they click that, instead of creating a class, they will click Join a Class. And this is where that code will be typed in. So when they type in that code, they will then be added to your Google Classroom. Okay, so now I'm in a different account. So I'm actually gonna try and join my own Google Classroom through another account I have. So here's Classroom. And continue. And now I'm going to join a class. I'm going to do it by the class code. Join. So now this is student view right here. So woohoo, I don't have any work due soon and there are no updates in the stream or in the classwork tab yet. And then this would just be who my teachers are. So going back to here, if I now look at people, I have a student. So there I am as, well, my other account as a student. Oh, look, I can email a student. Cool. Okay. Last tab is, wait, let me make sure I'm in, yep, I'm in the teacher one. Last tab is the grades tab. So if I had assignments in, and if I had graded the assignments, they would show up in the grades tab right here. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching this beginning tutorial of basically just the basics and layout of Google Classroom. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Video 2 will be coming soon.